portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by ETSU Health. Once again, it is time to meet your provider with ETSU Health, and today we're talking with Dr. Tara Vick. Doctor, thank you so much for having some time with us today here. Let's talk about your profession. OB/GYN is your specialty. Talk to us about the path you took to get here to ETSU Health.
Well, I actually grew up in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, wow.
So I'm quite a distance from home. But I did my residency specialty training at University of Virginia. So that's what brought me out to this side of the country.
Right.
And I fell in love with the region and actually moved here 3 years ago with my husband from Charlotte. We were in Charlotte for 20 years.
You really have took a circuitous route all the way across the country to be here in East Tennessee.
I did, yes, but we love it.
What do you like most about it?
The region?
Yeah.
So when my husband and I were living in Charlotte, we would come up to the mountains every weekend on the North Carolina side and just fell in love with the mountains. And so when it was time to make a change, this was a natural transition for us.
You know, I've been talking with so many doctors, and I want to find out for myself and for our viewers, what led you to become a doctor in the first place?
I was always interested in science and biology and spent a lot of time outside growing up in the Northwest. So always that was a natural route for me.
Right.
When I was in college, this is going to sound funny, but all of my friends were going to medical school. So it was peer pressure.
Peer pressure will sometimes get you in trouble, but sometimes it'll lead you down the path you need to go to.
But it was a natural transition.
Yeah.
So I always just loved science and biology, and then when I was in medical school, just very naturally moved towards women's health care. That was what I was most connected with.
Right. OB/GYN, you know, taking care of moms and babies and you know, birth. It's just a miracle of life. Do you see it that way as part of your profession?
I do. I feel very honored that I get to be a part of such private moments.
Right.
And it's affected me in my own life, just appreciating life and the beauty of crazy nature.
Do you enjoy getting to know your patients and getting to invest in your patients?
I do. That's probably the best part of the job. We have the opportunity to care for women from the beginning of their lives throughout all the transitions and phases in a woman's life. Probably the greatest honor is when a mother introduces her daughter to me as a patient, and I just feel what an incredible
sense of pride and accomplishment. Yes, I could see that. I could see that entirely. Well, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about your family. Tell us about your family. Tell us about your home life.
Well, my family's small. It's me and my husband. And my mother.
Right.
So my husband and I met a little later in life, so we missed out on the children thing, but we have a big piece of land, a big garden. We're working on getting some animals, some chickens, some goats, and my mother.
That sounds like you know, an amazing story right there. There's a lot of work goes into taking care of animals and taking care of a big piece of land. Is that what you do for fun as well?
Exactly. Yeah, we love to be outside. We love to hike and be outdoors. So it's a natural way to incorporate that into our daily lives.
Looking ahead, looking down the road, where do you see the field of your field, OB/GYN? Where do you see the next breakthroughs coming through? How do you see your field progressing as we go through the future?
There's a lot of amazing developments in medicine in general.
Right.
A lot of technology. I don't think that's ever going to replace sort of the human personal touch.
Yes.
However, there's a lot of I think probably for this area, it really is going to remain that personal touch and
that interconnection between you and your patients.
And the community.
Yeah.
This area, the School of Medicine here is known for shaping and promoting regional health care and rural and local primary health care.
Right.
And so I think for our area, that's what we want to focus on and continue to produce.
Right.
So there's not, just continue to produce good healthcare providers for the area, because we definitely need more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dr. Tara Vick, thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
What a great conversation.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank
Folks,
you.
that's this week's Meet Your Provider with ETSU Health. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by ETSU Health.